All right, folks, let's go ahead and get airborne. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Full throttle training demo, 8 p.m. on the East Coast of these one United States of America. Again, I must really love you people because my son Jack has another hockey game tonight, and the Panthers are also playing. Really bad scheduling on my part. I thought that's why I moved it to tonight instead of Wednesday night, but they say with older men, the memory is the second thing to go. And I can't remember the first. So I love you guys. Let's go ahead and get airborne. My personal accounts, you guys know what I got going on here. Still Amazon hood, getting blown out of an Amazon short for now. And then we got earnings coming. Folks, anytime in my career, knock on wood, I've seen Amazon run up into earnings and they had great earnings, it sells off. Right? That's why retail traders hate Wall Street. You can be right. Oh my God, Amazon had blowout earnings. It's down $200 in the after hours. Exactly. It's called buy the rumor, sell the news. So we'll see. But again, I'm an open book and very transparent. I am absolutely blown away by the response and feedback that I got to kind of our new full throttle offer. So much so that we're we have 20, whatever, it's on one of these slides, 23 slots left. Blown away. And it was an easy fix. You can thank, first of all, you can thank God, but you can thank me doing the medicine last week and kind of driving, flying back and just get my game on. Was really cool and good stuff. Anyway, we did our welcome aboard brief last night. We did our primary brief this morning. How many of you did the bear call spread on volatility and made about $1,500 today? Can I get a show of hands? Or was 1350? Whatever. We placed a trade today that would be bearish on volatility and it's printing money. Let me get a hell yeah if you did that. Let's take a look. Yes, hell yeah. F yeah. Okay, I like that. I just missed Nicole messaging me. Do I have a booger in my nose? Okay. All right. I tried, but only got filled on half. All right, Pam, that's good enough. Barry, shit, I didn't. We'll talk about it, but men lie, numbers don't. You didn't come to a brief where I gave you 122 PowerPoint slides and said, join my service based on what I did 5 years ago. I said, look at my live trade brief today. We talked about getting bearish on volatility, and it did in a day. Now, if you guys are listening to your SOP, not mine, you should have closed that trade today. Very happy with that. Tonight, 8 p.m., training demonstration. Next Monday night, I'm probably going to do 7. This is way past my bedtime. Probably next Monday and Wednesday night, we're going to start our 4-week full throttle training. At night, this is the stock market. These are options. These are calls. These are puts. And then in 4 weeks, you're going to be a Jedi Master. If you're sitting here going, dude, I don't even know what an option is, welcome aboard. Tomorrow morning at 10, we're going to do our accelerated retirement brief. As you saw in the fourth quarter, October, November, December, the accelerated retirement portfolio made $162,000, I think it was. 10 a.m. Why does it say Wednesday 10? But 10 a.m. And I already opened the slots today because people were asking about them last night. So I said, why don't we open them today? And a bunch of people, I think half the slots are gone. I don't mess around, guys. We get 50, I close the doors. We get 50 tonight, I'll close the doors, but I'll still do the brief tomorrow and Thursday because I'm a man of my word. Thursday at 1, trader's accounting brief. If you ever wanted to know how to set up an LLC or trading questions about taxes and stuff like that, our buddies at Trader Accounting are going to give you a brief. 28, I was right. 28, guys. So this afternoon, today, February 1st, I put the ladder down to current full throttle members. If you're in the monthly, you can upgrade to get into the hunters for $497 total, not to add $497 to join the hunters, which is what it was. I'm like, you know what? Let's just make it $497. If you just want to do monthly, we can talk monthly, or an annual is even better. So could not. What's the link to sign up? I will give you that right now. It is right here. It's pretty easy to remember. Go.topgunoptions.com/FT. That stands for full throttle -hunters. So I'm going to go through this before we get into our educational session tonight. So if you just want to kind of do the full throttle, the 3 live briefs a week and the 8 training sessions every quarter, it's only $295. If you want access to all of my trades live as I do them and our self-directed investment squadron, you do this one. This used to be $794. I just gave you a 34% discount. The annual is insanely, I'd say out of the 28 people that have already signed up, I'd say about 15 of those, almost half, more than half, were new annual members. So welcome aboard. You're saving $6,000. You're getting a 50% discount on the annual membership there. So I'm really, really, really excited about that. And apparently current members are, but new members or even people, there's been a couple people who I got 2 emails in support that were like, dude, I've been waiting for this type of thing, and now I'm in. So welcome aboard. When we get 50, we're done until the next quarter. We do have a promo coming up called Tomcat Charts. One of the smartest guys I've ever met is going to be teaching a charting service here at TGO. You asked for it. God delivered him. He's a great dude. Okay. Close the doors at 50. Why do we do this? Because I can't stand a zoo. I can't stand looking over in the chat box and seeing 8 million questions in a zoo. I'm an instructor pilot. I was an instructor pilot in several squadrons. I was an adversary instructor pilot. What do I mean by that? Nobody leaves a live trade brief from Edward Matthew Buckley with a question mark over their head or a clue bird flopping on their shoulder. I will sit here until midnight to answer everybody's questions. You will learn. I can't do that with 1,000 people in here. I've gone to those type of webinars. It's the Battle of Britain, and the education sucks. That's because it's education. I don't educate. I'm going to train. So that's why we have a nice, small, tight-knit squadron. Ralph, is the Hunters $497 a year? Ralph, that would be insane. The answer is, of course, no. That's $497 a month, dude. $497 a year would be crap. And we don't have crap at Top Gun Options. Folks, you got to drive the fight. This is why I open the doors. Based on the trade that we covered today, I paid for 5 months of your membership into the Full Throttle Hunters program. If you did the trade that I covered today, you made about $1,400. You're welcome. So what does it look like here at Top Gun Options, right? We have training and we have execution, right? We'll teach you, and then if you want to jump over this Chinese wall, we have execution. So training, right now you're on this side of the fence. You're wanting to enroll in what we call full throttle training. Solo Amazon is not part of full throttle. The Tomcat charts that we come out is not part of full throttle. They're outside of full throttle. Full throttle, we'll talk about it. Open a paper trading account and learn how to do this. You learn. And then you can jump the fence if you want to in one of our investment clubs, the Hunters or the Max Afterburner. The deal we have right now, man, is for the old price. You can get in the Hunters right now for a total of $497. That's insane. It was about $800. Now it's $497. So that middle box on that order page, you get access to full throttle and you get the Hunters for $497. If you don't want the Hunters yet, call us when you want it. Right now, full throttle is only $295 a month. Okay? 5 times 3 is 15. I paid for 5 months of your full throttle already with one trade today. That was today, guys. Give me 252 trading days, man. Mike, yeah, absolutely, folks. If you're in the lifetime, if you're a Max Afterburner lifetime member, you will get access to Tomcat charts for free. Absolutely, and not for free. It's included. It ain't free. You already paid for it as a lifetime member. Yes. It is a great deal. The lifetime, I don't want to cloud people. You want to be a lifetime member, shoot me an email. We'll talk about it offline. This is for all the relatively new folks. Okay? So that's what it looks like. So here's what a full throttle, a normal trading week looks for Wiz and will look for you. We did it today. We did the primary live trade brief at 10 a.m. Okay? At Wednesday, we do what's called weekly options. Weekly options are very tactical trades. Why do you do them in the middle of the week? That's when we do the brief. Usually, I'll send out a weekly options trade Monday or Tuesday. I'll send out a text and email alert. You'll get a text alert on your phone, and you'll get an email alert has screenshots of what the trade looks like. Okay? And then on Thursday at 10 a.m., man, that formatting on the slide is all sorts of messed up. At Thursday at 10 a.m., we do what is called accelerated retirement. It's supposed to be more conservative, longer dated trades, and it's blowing away my other two portfolios. So if you wouldn't have mind making 162 grand potentially in your retirement portfolio last quarter, you needed to be here. Real quick reminder, solo Amazon, as I said, and Tomcat charts are not included in this full throttle. They're outside of full throttle. They're cheap. They're like 97 bucks a month. We can talk about that some other time. This was really cool. I got this from Larry, great American veteran. Wiz, I got this afternoon after I opened up the doors this morning. Wiz, thank you for extending the ladder into the Hunters group to us in Full Throttle Max Annual. I've been trying to figure out how to get into the group from a money aspect. My daughter had a heart attack last May that almost took her from me. Lad, or a widowmaker it is known. Larry, I know what a widowmaker is because it took my father. My father got on the treadmill in the garage at the age of 65, strong as an ox. One of the best guys I know, and he was dead before he hit the ground. He broke his nose. He didn't even put his hands out. My mom went out in the garage and found my dad. So God bless you and your daughter, and she's alive and kicking. So most of my trading income has been toward those bills. I know this access will make a big difference to us. Thanks again. Can't say that enough. This blows me away. I love this. And Andrew just posted this in the Ready Room. I want to say thank you to Wiz and Susie for dropping the ladder. I appreciate your kindness. Reading that stuff, it almost makes me feel like a jerk. Like, why did you help us before? I have, but it's just funny that I got that reaction. I'm like, man, was I a jerk before? No, but thank you for the kind words. Guys, like I said, I like a nice living for my wife and my kids. Other than that, anything to excess, personally for me, goes over the fence into the foundation to save lives. On average, it takes about $5,000 to pay for a journey for a veteran. My money goes to my charity, man, to save lives, and to the No Fallen Heroes Project, man. Look at that, Goose. I posted $5,000 in trades today in the Hunters in stock alone due to the volatility. Well done, Goose. So if you're brand new to options, do me a favor, go open a paper trading account. If you have a brokerage account already, you probably have one. If you can't see it, call them and say, where's my paper trading account? If you don't have one, go open an E-Trade account, etrade.com/Top Gun. You'll get our rates and all the secret handshake. Do not trade any real capital before you know what you're doing. I can't believe I actually have to say that out loud, but for the people in the back, I'll say it again. Don't do this if you don't know what you're doing. The best thing to do is paper trade. How long? I don't know you. A day, a week, a month, 6 months. When you feel like, you know what, I'm ready to get airborne in my real jet, that's when you'll know. Okay? And if you're in the Hunters, in that self-directed investment squadron, you can ask. You can red team trades. We're going to be your squadron mates, right? Trading alone sucks, guys. That's one of the reasons I came up with these clubs. So we're all in it together. And like I said earlier, it's one of the best hedge funds I've ever seen. Why? Because we're trading our own money. It's really easy to bet a couple $1,000,000 when, oh, that trade blew up. Okay, you're fired. Okay, darn, now I'm starting at a new firm down the street. There's your professional trader whose give a shit meter is on not. They have to try and swing for the fences, guys. That's how they get a bonus. I sat on the bonus board. So Full Throttle training is 8 live sessions once a quarter, man. And this quarter's Full Throttle training starts next Monday night. It's the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. For the next 4 weeks, we're going to be doing 2 sessions per week at night. And then what do we do during the day? We do live trade briefs. If the night before we talk about the Iron Condor tactic, guess what tactic I might be covering live in the market the next day? In the military, we call this demo do. As an instructor pilot, I'm going to demonstrate. Then you do. That's how you learn. Okay? So we're going to do some demo do. When, not if, when you sign up and become a Full Throttle member tonight, or for the folks that have already started, here's what you have to do now. Not now, you have to listen to me. After you listen to me. Tomorrow, the next day, over the weekend, you need to go on your new member page. Welcome aboard. First thing you need to do, go watch this. the getting started brief up here in the top left. If you have any questions, like I better email support this, don't do that. It's covered in the getting started brief. It's not called a getting started long, it's called a getting started brief. Listen to it. This is where this stuff is. This is how you do this. Boom, boom. It's called the getting started brief for a reason. I think I need to update it because I moved some times on some of the briefs. Other than that, it's tight. After that, I want you to go over here to Full Throttle. Why? Because you need to start watching all of the previous Full Throttles. Why? Because, ladies and gentlemen, synthetic stock, this brief on synthetic stock is going to be the exact same brief I give in 4 weeks on synthetic stock, except what? Things are Morgan Stanley. I haven't looked at Morgan Stanley in a while. The tactic stays the same. What's going on around it is completely different. Okay, but go watch this iron condor training on Amazon, double vertical training, bearish spreads, Amazon, bullish spreads. Go watch the previous Full Throttle trainings. I think Sledge or one of our guys like, dude, I've watched all the previous ones like 4 times each, and I learned something new each time. By the way, as soon as you sign up, go download these, your workbooks and your manuals. Those things are worth their weight in gold, man. You can go the primary, intermediate, and advanced workbook. Primary, intermediate, and advanced, right? There's your options pocket checklist. There's your trade plan. Okay. So once you get on board, this isn't a request. This is an order. Go watch the replays of the last training. I want you to show up to the next Full Throttle 8 sessions, kind of knowing what's going on. Give me a vertical head nod. Go to the beach. I'm in Florida. I can go to the beach this weekend. Go to the mountains. Go to your cabin. Go wherever this weekend. Watch the last 8 full. And it's cool to go back and watch some of the other ones to remember what the hell was going on, man. It was like, holy crap. I go watch some of the old trainings and I'm like, wow, there was some crazy shit going. Remember Jesse Smollett? That type. The things that I'm talking about, it's really, really creepy. So to go back and kind of the time capsule here. Hold on one second. Let me untag edit post. I want to take this post off of the full. Yeah, the link is in the chat box. go.topgunoptions.com/ft-hunters. Okay. Let me delete this Full Throttle right there, update, and then I'm good. Okay. Let's get going here. I'm almost done, and then we're going to do our training. But I wanted to brief this because there were some questions. And Tuesday, Thursday nights at 7. I think we're doing it Monday and Wednesday night. Just stand by. No offense. I don't want to miss my Panthers, man. I have a suite down here. The Panthers are #1 in the NHL. They're going to the Stanley Cup. I'm on board. But here's the training schedule. I used to put the dates in here, but we have to be flexible with this training. What do I mean by that? Wiz, Daniel, and Cody need you to go here to brief people on the movie. Done. Hey, we're going to move this session. So no offense, that these things can move a little bit. They're absolutely not set in stone. I might go flying or something like that, or the jet breaks somewhere. But I try to stick as tight as I can. Remember, all of these are recorded and for you to look at. We already covered the workbooks. I already said this. Watch. It isn't June. It's next week. Watch all of them now. And I think that is it. So we can get to our training. Yeah. Men lie, numbers don't. One more time. In the downloads over here in your little control panel on the right, it says handouts. Don't trust me. Trust the trades. Trust those Excel sheets downloaded from my E-Trade platform, from the training accounts and my live brokerage accounts and my wife's brokerage account. Because shockingly, I trade her account. And I trade her account better than mine because she'll kill me. Mark, I'm a Blackhawks fan. Wish we had Q, who was on the Mountain Road. Hey, Mark, the Panthers organization is full of cowards. The woke mob hadn't even come yet, and they ditched Q. He was fantastic, man. We grew up, I ran the trading firm up in Chicago, and they were huge Blackhawk fans up there. He's a legacy. And then the cowards at the Panthers tossed him over the side. That's a weird story, man. Whatever's going on with that. All right, let's go ahead and get airborne. Really, 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 really super happy about our trades today, our volatility trades. Men lie, numbers don't. Look at the I put 2 volatility trades on, one yesterday and one today. In 2 days, they're up $2,300. There's essentially your full year of membership with the trades that I covered. Yesterday, it was in a solo Amazon brief. No offense, you guys weren't invited because that's not Full Throttle. Anyway, even though it was solo Amazon, I did what? A trade, because I saw, whenever I see a trade that potentially I think is going to make money, I'm going to tell you about it. But in solo Amazon, I'm like, I'm not doing anything except getting my ass kicked in short Amazon shares because they have earnings this week. Okay, but let's go take a look at what the market did today. Look at this. Oversold, overbought. What did I tell you earlier today? The market does not like living here in between moving averages. So we're either going to get a massive, look at this, 1, 2, 3. We're either going to get a massive continuation, rip your face off rally back to the 50, or we're getting back down here to the 200. Only one of two things is going to happen. And between us ladies, I think it's going to be dependent on Amazon in a big way. Amazon, folks, is a bellwether of the economy. It's in everything. AWS, Amazon Web Services, Amazon Prime Entertainment, Amazon Air, bigger than UPS and FedEx. It's in everything, folks. So the barometer for whether or not we could hover tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's Wednesday. We could implosion, explosion, kind of hover, but something is going to happen. This is what's cool about being an options trader. It can be this, it can be this, and we can make money both ways, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today or tonight. So are there any questions, concerns, oh, by the ways, from the bear call spread that we did today? The 21 and a half VXX bear call spread. Did anybody not understand it or have a question about what a spread is? Selling a bear call spread, I will say, is a intermediate level tactic. It ain't hard at all, but if all your options knowledge is I know how to buy calls and buy puts, great. All that is, folks, is taking a couple steps past that. So let's talk tonight about a couple contingencies. If the market keeps kind of rallying like I just drew, volatility is going to keep coming in, right? I told you this today. I said, write this whizzism down. When volatility is cheap, buy it. Doesn't that make sense? Something's cheap, you buy it. When volatility is expensive, you sell it. You get bearish. So kind of like the S&P 500 right now is in no man's land. The VIX is in no man's land. Person's land, I'm sorry. They, them, theirs. I watch billions. So, and based on our talk earlier today, or no, not earlier today, it was last night when I put that poll out. Oh, you know what? Let's relaunch that to, let's see how you are today. Let's see if people change. You ready? I love this. Here we go. What is your favorite color? Blue, no green. What is your current strategic mindset? Go. Mark, you explained that trade very well. Sorry to bug you, but how many dollars do you recommend in an options account? I will paper trade for a bit, but I can put 10K or so in one. Is that enough? Mark, I can't say if 10K is enough or not. To do the trade that we did today, Mark, 10K is more than enough. That's how I'll answer that, right? But I don't know your risk tolerance. I know people who trade options very successfully with smaller accounts like that. Absolutely. A couple $100 per trade. You know what, Mark? Maybe we'll rebuild that trade based on a smaller account tonight. Maybe we'll do something like that. Rick, most of the indices and sector bullish percent charts are heading up. And as of this evening, there are 24 bullish sectors out of 45. So Rick is kind of confirming what? Where we are. This is an inflection point. We're either going to rip higher or rip lower. So here we go. Let's close this poll and let's see how everybody voted. Wow. 19% bearish, 70% volatile, 7% neutral, 4% bullish. Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, 70% of you are saying what? Potentially what I just said. We're either going to snap back down here to retest. There's a lot of drill bits going on down here, folks. This was like a kid who can't swim in the deep end, man, putting his feet down. Oh, where's the bottom? This is a massive relief rally, folks. Rip your face off rally, rip your face off rally, smaller rip your face off rally. Technically, today, we're kind of running out of steam. This was a big turnaround Tuesday. What do you think is going to happen, Wiz? I have no idea, but we can play it both ways. Okay? First of all, nobody I know ever, or no brokerage firm that I've ever started or know about, lets you trade off the left side of a chart. Wouldn't that be awesome? I'm going to trade off of this left side of the chart. You can't. We make money as options traders out here in this white space. We have to project our thoughts forward in space and time so we can get trades on that kind of match our strategic position. So you bet, Mark. Futures are looking good. You got it. Ridgeway, thank you for looking at my notes for tonight's show. I'm going to give you control for the rest of the brief because you nailed it. You already read this. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know how many of my friends down here, look at this. You see this? What was that? 4,300. 4,300 on the S&P 500 was a key psychological level. Do you know how many people right here that I know, 4,350. Do you know how many people that I know of got what? Bearish here. They got what's called short the market. What happens, I can tell you right now because I'm getting creamed in Amazon, what happens when you're short the market and it starts going up? You start losing a shit ton of money. This, ladies and gentlemen, is also called a short squeeze. How do you get out of a short position? It seems counterintuitive, but it makes sense. You actually have to buy. If Amazon does not implode on Thursday, I'm going to have to buy back my short shares, which is going to help Amazon go up even more, folks. So, a lot of the people, and a lot of you saying what? 70% of you are like, dude, we're whipping around here. So, to me, some of this is a short squeeze. Why? First of all, the violence of it, and second of all, here. Somebody tell me what is out here. You don't have to type it because we'll be here all night. Everything. Seasonally, February is one of the most volatile months in the trading year. Maybe that already happened, Wiz. We pulled forward February shit show to January. Okay. I don't believe that. Again, most December, Januaries look like this. Yay, Santa Claus rally. January, let's wait for Q4 earnings. Okay, now February sucks. It's cold. Valentine's Day. Boom. That's what happens. Usually in February. 32 years of doing this, most Februaries do that. Now, this isn't most Februaries. What also happens this February? This February's, ladies and gentlemen, there's a dude who goes by the name of Jay. Formal name is Jerome. Jerome Powell recently has said, holy crap, we're ditching the word transitory as far as inflation. It's raging. We got to taper quicker and raise interest rates. Goldman Sachs, the other Death Star, came out yesterday, or was it this morning, and said GDP is going to suck this year. And 5, not 4, it was 3 3 months ago, it was like, we'll get 3 rate increases next year. People were like, oh my God, market pulled back. 4. I think it was Jamie Dimon 3 weeks ago said, I think we got 4 coming. Goldman Sachs, 5. Folks, we're in the second month of the year. That means 5 interest rate increases are coming. Why am I rambling about this, folks? Because when you look at, and whoever just wrote geopolitical risk, bullseye. Do you think the mullahs, do you think Xi Jinping, do you think Vladimir Putin, do you think Krima, some young guy, are sitting here in this brief? Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming. They don't give a shit about our stock market. Matter of fact, I'm wrong about that. They do. You really want to destroy Americans? You destroy our stock market. They don't have to do a thing. We're doing it on our own. Jerome Powell is destroying capitalism. I told you, man, that bookshelf right here, hopefully you come to my office one day. It's got all my all my mindfulness, and maybe 1 or 2 trading books. I threw out like 33 of them in the recycling bin because it's all bullshit. The Fed stepping in to save capitalism ended our form of capitalism. It's over with. Hell, I was in the board of trade, VIX hit 90, financial crisis. Does anybody remember what happened after the last financial crisis? Occupy Wall Street. Banks got bailed out, right? Paulson ran into the Oval Office with Bush, Jr. Country's going to die. Everybody's going to die. You got to bail out Wall Street. Okay, dude didn't know. He just trusted the guy. That was bullshit. Things needed. If you watched me on the Options News Network in 2008 and 2009, I was screaming from the rooftops, you have got to let this fail. Things have to be able to fail. Nope. And now the chickens are coming home to roost. Why am I rambling about this? Because when you are in the middle of a no man's land, no person's land like this, only one of 2 things is going to happen. And I want to be able to profit off of them. And you can potentially profit no matter what it does, right? Straddle, strangle, we can talk about that. So, however, if we do get a little bit of a pullback like this, volatility will go back up. So maybe we get bullish on volatility. That's what I wanted to cover tonight too. Vol. We left today's brief looking at this. Let's go to March, the middle of March. Remember, what's the VIX called? It's called the SIBO Uncertainty Index. It says volatility. That's what you say at a cocktail party to sound smart. This is the Uncertainty Index. How much uncertainty is there in the middle of March? Why would it be the middle of March? What happens in the middle of March? The Fed meeting. Now, Jerome Powell, folks, unless he falls and hits his head, is a telegrapher. He has said he's a telegrapher. Matter of fact, he's like, I'm not going to surprise rate hike. You will know. Before the dude walks to the microphone to let us know what they're doing, we're already going to know. Okay? So the volatility is going to start going up before the dude's meeting to begin with. We just know that. And if you watch Billions, like I told you on Showtime, somebody's going to know. People, it's like the crop report on Trading Places, man. Clarence Beaks. Somebody's going to get the volatility or what the Fed's going to do. Here's why I'm rumbling. Mumbling. Look, the VIX closed down. Holy shit. Nice slam today. 12%. Look at what VXX did from our live trade brief. Let's pull up today's chart. We started talking about that VXX trade where? Right here at about 10:45-ish. Cash money. That was like shooting fish in a barrel. I hate dudes who say that, except me. Now, VIX. Mid-March upside call activity is stupid. Let's just say 22. The VIX at 22 today. 44. Let's go to 45. Look at the 45 strike. 45,000. 146,000 at the 50 strike. 56,000. 85,000, guys. Insane amounts of upside. That's February. Upside call buying. Look at these numbers, folks. As I talked about earlier, this could just be institutional hedging. when Jerome Powell hikes, the market's going to go full freak mode shit show. We need to buy some upside calls. Good idea, sir. That's my extent of my options knowledge. Great. So yeah, there's a lot of speculation in here. A lot of speculation in here. Or there's a lot of what? I believe in the good things coming. I believe in the March shit storm coming. Now, as I rambled on earlier, I can be completely wrong. The best part of being an options trader is sitting here listening to me drone on and you going, that dude's an idiot. Okay. What would you do with volatility? It's going to implode. It's going to crash. Market's going to rally. Joe Biden's awesome. Sophomore year, going to be the best year ever. Believe me, huge. Okay. You ready for this? Get short volatility right now. How many of you would sell? We talked about this earlier. It's a heart rate monitor. Beep, 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 beep. It can absolutely go down here. I'm talking about what happens out here. So a couple things. When I said when volatility is cheap, you buy it. If we still get a little bit of a rally and it keeps, even if we don't, let's say it starts going up. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I would absolutely be a buyer of upside calls out into March. Why? Because first of all, it's February 1st, and second of all, they're cheap. We get another leg down to the 200-day moving average. This VIX is going back up here to 30. And you're going to wish you had bought in these calls down here. Well, Wiz, what if they keep going down? You got until March, baby. You got plenty of time. Okay? So, step one in our a potential shit show is coming. Buy some VIX calls. Buy some VIX calls. Which ones? Dude, I don't even know. I mean, people are betting the VIX is going to double. Whoa. The 45s for $1. I'd buy the March 45 calls. Put them in your filing cabinet. Kurt, I will give you an article. Kurt, I will post this article, VIX versus VXX. I have an article written up about the difference between trading VIX and VXX. I will give that to you. I will remind me and I will load it tomorrow so you can have it. Let me bring it up right now so I don't forget it. PGO LLC. Anatomy of a trade. There you go. VIX VXX. I love it. I can't upload this now because the webinar is going on, but this will explain the difference. First of all, VXX is an ETF. It's got contango, it's got backwardation, it's got a bunch of different stuff going on here. But this will talk about the difference between spot VIX, VXX, and all sorts of stuff. You're welcome. That's why I'm here, baby. I'm here to train and instruct and to teach, man, to put the ladder down. It will be posted in the handouts. Next time you log in, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., I will post this handout. I will go make it a handout. So, Parker, Wiz, I fly 747s for UPS. We were unbelievable effing busy last quarter, and we carry a shit ton of Amazon cargo. Not sure I would be short Amazon, especially when you see our dude. I'm with you, man. So I love the intel. So we got a UPS guy saying, "Hey, man, they've been printing FedEx packages." Here's the main reason, man. Anytime I've been trading Amazon forever. Anytime I've seen Amazon do a massive run up into earnings, even if they have great earnings, it tends to sell off. I can be completely wrong. Implosion. Yeah, we're back. That absolutely can happen and it'll wipe out. No, that's my account, not Susie's account. But when you see a stock Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and earnings are Thursday, buy the rumor, sell the news. Don't get me wrong. They could, and guys, don't forget, earnings calls are what? They're 70-30. What the hell does that mean? 30% of an earnings call is the left side of a chart. What does that mean? I am Wiz, and here's how we did last quarter. That counts for about 30% of what people give a shit. I don't give a shit about how they did in that quarter. 70% of an earnings call is what? Here is our forward look. Do you know how many times I've seen we blew the doors off of it last quarter? The next quarter is going to suck. We're going out of business. And the stock implodes. So it is all about the forward look. Now, Parker, you're right. Amazon's forward look could be it could be the exact opposite. Like last quarter sucked, man. Supply chain issues. Mayor Pete was on baby leave, and it screwed us. But we got our sales trimmed perfectly for the coming year, and then it rallies. They could actually do the crappy fourth quarter, but things are looking great. I have seen that. But very, very, very rarely, folks, have I seen this. A run up straight up into earnings and it keep going up. Usually when I see a run up into earnings and they knock the cover off it slams and then gets back on the horse and climbs up. So trust me, I'm long Amazon calls. I want Amazon to go up, but the last time they did this, it was a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, rip your face off rally. Why? Because of an Axe Capital move. That was 2 earnings ago. I got blown out of that too. Somebody, and I'm pretty sure I know who the firm is now, but somebody leaked, maybe like in the movie Wall Street, Blue Horseshoe loves Anacott Steel. Somebody got to somebody in the press and everything that said, we think Amazon's going to split their stock. The stock went up like 5% before earnings. What did Wiz say? Jeff Bezos has said he'll never split the stock. I know he's not the CEO anymore, but I'm pretty sure the dude runs the place. That's weird. Amazon earnings Thursday. Split the stock. That's the dumbest question I've ever had. Next question. It was a rumor and it was untrue and it blew people out, folks. This is why I'm telling you to watch Billions. You want to see how Wall Street works, you go watch Billions. They nailed it. Okay. So, hearing Google is doing a 20-for-1 split. Holy crap. So, but let's get back to volatility, guys. So you can buy calls if you think the market's going to pull back, like here, back down to the 50-day moving average. Or remember, guys, you can have, they're called bear market rallies. You can have a bear market rally, man. You could be getting pounded down here and have a big one of these, but you can still be down here, not where you left up here. They're called bear market rallies, and they happen often. Okay, so this is just we're gonna know. This is still again. I'm repeating myself, but we're in no man's land. That's why something's going to happen. But we have to go past the tactical here and go out strategic. Look at the next 30 days, man. In the next 30 days, 28 days in February, what's going to happen besides Putin, this, that, all the external events? Jerome Powell and the Fed, they're taking the punch bowl away, and they're paving the battlefield for what? Interest rate increases. One of the Fed, I think it was the Atlanta Fed chief, was like, we need a 50 basis point right out of the gate. People went apeshit, and he had to apologize for those comments. Ladies and gentlemen, if Edward Matthew Buckley were the Fed chief, I would do a 1 basis point increase. That would show so here's what's funny. Who was it? It was a good commentator. So does Jerome Powell give more of a shit about the 10% of Americans who trade and are deeply in the stock market, or do they care about the 90% of working Americans who are suffering under crushing inflation? You got these nurses, these small business people that drive their cars. They're getting destroyed, folks. So that was the question. Oh, it was on our mastermind call. It was before my journey last week. So I'm cloudy. That was the discussion. Like, Jerome Powell has to choose, ladies and gentlemen, and this is an election year. I don't care about Jen Psaki, like, oh, inflation's not, it's for a rich people problem. Are you high? These congressmen and senators have gone home to their districts, and they are getting a flamethrower taken to them about inflation. So you have to decide, does Jerome Powell truly fight inflation, or does he give more of a shit about the stock market? That should have been the poll I asked for tonight. What do you guys think? Sorry. So I had the wrong screen up. I was just kind of rambling on this screen. So, guys, isn't that is Jerome Powell's choice? Crash the market, and you hurt rich people like us. Wink. Are you kidding me? I hate when people do that. Oh, people in the stock market. I'm like, I'm freaking rich. I am a wealthy man with love and family and friends and shit like that. Rich, come on now. Does he destroy the stock market, or does he care about inflation? You can't do both. Yes, you can, Wiz. No, you can't. You could have done both when I told you to do it a year ago, Jay. You didn't listen to Wiz. Now you're effed. He can't do both, folks. Every article that I do research on says that. It's too late. Which one? Yeah, Rick, it could be March, could be the shit show. But remember, that's when he's actually doing it. March is when they're going to raise interest rates. February is going to be we're doing it. Okay, so that's why I'm still kind of sticking with a February. Exactly. He's handcuffed because higher rates make it more difficult to pay interest on our debt. Exactly. Inflation is solved, but we default. Folks, he has an impossible job right now. He does have an impossible job, but he did it. Jerome, you made the bed. Good night. Why am I rambling about this? Because this impacts our strategic mindset. Kind of looking at boards today, people are like, oh, the all clear sounded. I'm glad 70% of you said volatile. Only literally a handful of either bullish or bearish. You guys are right. We're right. A lot of Robin Hooders and people like, oh, here's even Jim Cramer. I can't stand. I like the guy as a good soul, but I can't stand half of what he says. It's trouble. Okay. So, doesn't expected rate. Oh yeah, folks. So he's not going to do this, guys. He will get a 25 bip. I think it should be 1. You know where I am. I can't believe it. So here's the deal with inflation, guys, and fighting it incrementally. I'm telling you, Jerome Powell needs to go Paul Volcker. Paul Volcker, I remember parents talking about their mortgage at 22% or whatever. I am that old. Interest rates, I'm refining the house again or whatever it is like 3%. I'm like, oh my God, that's way too high. Are you nuts, Wiz? A little. I remember high interest rates, guys. Hell, I remember like in 2000 driving on Naval Air Station Fort Worth, the credit union on base, 7% CD on your money. Remember those days? So he raises even a 25 basis point increase, folks. We're destroyed. And what are the Democrats doing? Joe Biden. We need Build Back Better, bigger. They want to keep spending more money, guys. I can't. It's the right side of the chart, guys. I want to be wrong is an absolute shit show. I can't. Let me do this real quick, and then we'll wrap up with the bearish trades and stuff like that. Let me ask you all. What are you bullish on? Year. The year is 2022. What are you bullish on? I've been giving you Lions, Tigers, and Bears. Oh my. What? I got my buy list. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. I got my bullish buy list, but it ain't coming anytime this year. What would you be bullish on? Commodities, gas, nothing. AMD, energy, Republicans and midterms, oil, commodities, soft ags, semis. I like ARC. Mine, Andrew got it. Andrew got the gold star. The psychedelics. We're talking about that tomorrow. XOM, bullish on volatility. There you go, man. Cash is king, and we will talk about psychedelics tomorrow. The only place in this market I am bullish on anything are these names right here. You need to, here's your homework. I'll give you free homework for tonight. Right? Take a screenshot of this. Click the little camera icon at the top of your, wow, MindMed. Holy crap, man. Take a screenshot of these. You have got to look into these right now. I and my team, the team you're going to be joining when you join the Hunters, is look at Goose in here. Goose, K-Tran. Look, our new members are already jumping in here already. I love it. We went from 23, now we're up to 35 users. Good stuff in there. MindMed, man. MNMD. Yeah. Nice. We're going to talk about all this stuff tomorrow, guys. You have got to get Chris, I'll go back to it. Yeah, I want you to look into these companies. I'll brief you on them tomorrow, but here is your bullish psychedelic. The only thing Wiz is bullish on this year, like you guys just said, I'm not a commodities guy. I'll be honest with you. We had a commodities desk, and I never been there. I got my commodities in this closet, and if you put the wrong fingerprint on it, a Claymore mine disintegrates you. So don't try and go into my commodities closet. Why the mental pause? The mental pause was, I love the people who said the chip makers. I love that answer. They are thinking about what? Hunter Biden's best friends in the Chinese Communist Party. When, not if, they take back Taiwan, they will own what? A third of the no, they already own they will own, I think it's 50%. They will own half the world's chip capabilities. Oh boy. Hopefully Graham and his brothers and sisters down there in Australia can dig us out. So I love that. You know what? That is not on my board. Semis. See, I love this. I learned shit from you guys. I'm going to add semis up there. I like that. I'm glad I asked. Mark bought 1,000 shares of MindMed. Good for you, man. We'll talk about that tomorrow, William, about MindMed and all this stuff. Wait, we are Goose, Ponch, me, Sledge. We are going to be an expert in the psychedelic space. First of all, done it. Second of all, saved lives. Third of all, going to be legalized, at least for veterans, and we're going to lead the way. I hate the term psychedelic, man. You ready for this? This is an SAT word. Entheogenic. Entheogens. I'll put my glasses on when I say that. 2021 was the year of entheogenic medicine. Psychedelics. I got Hunter S. Thompson and Timothy Leary. William, unfortunately, weed is over with. So one of the guys you're going to learn about with our Known Fallen Heroes project, his name's Doug DeStasso. He did the medicine with me last week. He's the executive director of the Veterans Cannabis Project, VCP. Guess what's going on with weed? First of all, politicians, as soon as you say weed, they go what? It's recreational, and you lose them. So Doug did the medicine with me and Sledge and the other guys. He's like, you guys are blowing past the veterans and weed projects. You are going supersonic because this stuff, excuse me, the ibogaine that I did ain't for social purposes. You're not taking ibogaine and going out in Vegas. You take ibogaine, you're going to be on a floor in Vegas for 18 hours. So I hate saying this. I hate saying the word hate. I dislike saying this. It's over for weed. Weed has very therapeutic uses. My mom, stage 4 cancer, survived. Well, she's gone through round 2 of stage 4 cancer treatment. We're trying to get. I've looked into the weed thing, guys. It does have its therapeutic effects. I'm talking to you as an outsider. So I'm not a big in the weed space, man. I know zero about weed investing. I am going to tell you I know a shit ton about psychedelic investing. I'm putting this out to the universe. The microdose convention, Ponch is all over this like white on rice. We will be giving the main keynote at the microdose convention next year. No Fallen Heroes, our documentary is going to blow the doors off of everything. Don't tell anyone, but I was an expert on those 50 plus years ago. Your secret is safe with me, Mark. Tom, I have 9,000 shares of MindMed. Nice, plus some leaps. Good for you, man. Goose, Entropic. What's Entropic? Is it like entheogen? See, look at this. You guys are learning some good shit. Entheogenic. Entheogen, a chemical substance typically of plant origin that is ingested to produce a non-ordinary state of consciousness for religious or spiritual purposes. I love it. What were you? Entropic? Entropic. Goose, this sounds like a U definition. I don't, these words are too big for me. Hypothetical tendency for the universe to attain a state of maximum homogeneity as entropy grows. Okay, I'm going with entheogenic. That's my SAT word. Well, guys, I didn't mean to take up too much time on this. We're going to talk about this stuff tomorrow. This is the only place on the face of the earth for the next 12 months I'd be bullish. Mainly because we're going Axe Capital. We're launching a documentary film that will be groundbreaking for this space. It ain't a bunch of hippies. It's not a bunch of criminals going to Mexico. It's U.S. Navy SEALs. It's fighter pilots. It's Rangers, Special Forces, CIA agents. When we, not that we're anybody special, but using our monk quote, Thich Nhat Hanh, talking about veterans at the light that are the light at the tip of the candle, man. If we can lead the nation in healing, maybe you guys will believe us. I want to act now before Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin and disgrace Chairman of the Joint Chiefs Milley destroy our reputation as military veterans even further. What a disgrace. 13 killed, 11 Marines, a soldier, a corpsman killed by Joe Biden. Well, somebody's going to pay. Drone strike that car. You mean the car with 7 kids in it? That's a war crime. Imagine Donald Trump. Drone strike that killed 7 children. Joe Biden, Lloyd Austin, and General Milley killed 7 children looking for water in a car with 3 adults. Not that their lives were any less, but it's fucking insane. Not one person held accountable. You see that scuzzy press secretary Kirby, former Blue Angel, ground pounder, not a flyer. Oh, we're going to chalk it up to the fog of war. What did you just say? We vaporized 7 children and nobody's responsible? Where'd I get on this rant? We got to heal, man. That's what I'm talking about, is the military losing credibility. It ain't our fault, folks. It's the leadership. So we're going to be bullish on psychedelics. Yeah, it's down here. Just take a screenshot real quick. These are all the names in the space that we like. I'm a MindMed and an Atai. Atai was out at my Vets Gala, a couple months ago. MindMed. We know this stuff, guys. The private equity that's in here right now, Big Pharma is going to try and stop it. At the same time, Big Pharma is sending their lobbyists to try and stop this over in this other division. They're trying to figure out how to get into it and corner the market. You guys know Big Pharma. It's like those jackwads who ran the tobacco companies. Remember those testimonies on Capitol Hill? 12 tobacco company CEOs under oath. I believe that nicotine is not addictive. What about you? Well, I too believe that nicotine is not addictive. What? You commit perjury, you go to jail. You're a CEO, you go, oh, All right. Holy shit, it's 9 o'clock, man. Yeah, I'll put. I should have done that to begin with. Thank you, Pam. Can you just give us the link? Duh. I will give you the link. I'm in rare form. Thank you. You know why? It's a long day, man. This full throttle, this is all this extra. I was going to call it work. If you're doing what you love, you never work a day in your life. But the full throttle days are longer, man, because there's a ton of people here. Let's table this and let's do this tomorrow morning at 10. The psychedelic discussion, man. I'm going to upload the VIX versus VXX handout. And let me do that right now before I even forget. No worries if you came in late. Thank you for saying you came in late because I'm going to show you where the replay page is. It's right here. Because I'm burnt toast. I need my beauty sleep. Here is the link to the replay page. It's in the chat box right there. Tonight's replay, I will stay up to put this replay on here. And we will be good to go. Oh, here's today. You know what? I did them upside down, man. I'm sorry. This one should be this one is Monday night's brief. This one is today's. I usually put the most current up top. I was dumb, so I failed. So look at this, guys. $1,700 in a day. You got it, Sid. Tomorrow, all those, everything's recorded. Everything will be recorded. Yep, you'll watch it on your member page. This is where the free folks go and watch the replays. So just scroll down for today's live trade brief, and tonight's will be on here as well. Yes. Do me a favor. Don't click on these green buttons. You can click on them. They're going to the wrong order page. I thought I emailed Tim to do this. Tim. This is the old order page. Don't do this because you won't get access to the great shit that we're doing now. Don't click on the green buttons, guys. Go here. Click on these green buttons. This is the order page. All right. Not going to, even if you came in late, please watch the replay. I hate selling stuff. Actually, I don't sell stuff. It speaks for itself, but I still have to tell you where to get it. If you want access to your 3 live trade briefs all week, and the 8 full throttle training sessions that we do quarterly, the text alerts, the email alerts, the manuals, everything, it's only $295 a month. If you want access to our investment club, the Hunters Investment Club, and this monthly full throttle, it's only $497. Before today, before I flew home from San Diego in a good mood, that was $794. And then I said, screw it. The market's going to crash just like it did for COVID crash. Put the ladder down and open it up to more people. Done. The best deal is to save 50% and to do the annual. It's only $29.95. That should be $6,000. When you do the math, it's $6,000 for that service for both of those together. Mark, see you at 10. Very happy to be here. Thank you for your honesty. I will not always agree with you. Awesome. But never for one moment do I doubt your sincerity or love of country and deep desire to see your clients kick ass. That's awesome, Mark. Thank you for those kind words. I don't recognize your name, so I can tell you're probably welcome aboard, dude. UPS guy. I was a FedEx dude for 10 months, was miserable, went to American, and my first and last day at American, my IOE was 9/11. So all my buddies are tripping. Everything happened exactly how it was supposed to. But Mark, thank you for those kind words. I don't expect everybody to agree with me all the time. I had a bunch of members for a while. There's still a couple here like, dude, I cannot stand your politics. I love that you print money. Folks, if I didn't trade what I believe, I'd be broke. And I'm not. So I mean, yeah, we're not always going to agree. I don't tell my wife that. I don't agree with her all the time either. So, but so Mark is the type of guy that probably gets it. Respectful truth over artificial harmony. I'm not an artificial harmony guy. You're going to get respectful truth out of me. So, Mark, thank you for those kind words, and hopefully welcome aboard as a new guy. If you don't mind, I'm going to save that. That's pretty cool. Thank you. All right, guys. Any other questions, concerns? Oh, by the way, smart remarks. Jim, I love the intel that you provide. Thanks, Jim. Sin. I couldn't handle FedEx either. There we go. Sid's another FedEx failure. I was flying for the reserves out of Fort Worth, and all those dudes were American guys. So they were sitting reserve for American and flying for the squadron. They were double dipping. and I'm having to commute up to Memphis to make my trips. Miserable. I'm going to go to American 9/11 and to Wall Street. So I'm here tonight because I left FedEx. How about that? All right, guys, good stuff. Rob, hey Skipper, I'll be in Florida in April. Hope to hook up. Rob, I'd love to see you, man. Come on down here. Norman, hope you are able to bring about the change for our veterans. Sometimes I love your politics with the smiley face. That's awesome. Pam, can you do your impression again of the tobacco guys? Senator, I too believe that nicotine is not addictive, and they had to get their head in there, and they had to look really really sincere. I believe I believe it to my core. I mean, my core tells me that nicotine is not addictive. I would have jumped across that green table and throttled that dude. Oh, namaste. I am a different person. I would wish him love, light, and energy tonight. So, all right, guys. Good stuff. Sorry, I went a little bit long. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Grab it. The phone was buzzing a little bit, which means guys and gals, ladies, sorry, are getting on board. So when we get 50, we close, but I'll still do the briefs tomorrow and Thursday because I'm a man of my word. I said I'd do it. All right. So, Rick, I filled out the form for 2 books probably while you were in Mexico. Are they on the way? Rick, do me a favor right now. Shoot me an email, Wiz, W-H-I-Z, at topgunoptions.com with your address. I trust you. If you said you did it, I was in Mexico, man. I'll send you both of them, COVID crash and from sea level to sea level. Send me your address, Rick, and I will take care of that. All right. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your night. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge and God bless. Namaste. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Fights on.